Hello and welcome to another Warcraft III audio commentary / shoutcasting. I need a thing, I need a phrase, I need something. Okay, whatever, anyway. This is Game 3 for the best of 3 semifinals match in ZOTAC number 263 between SteelSeries.Fly, spawning as the blue orc on the lower left side of the map, versus eMaLfans, spawning as the orange human on the lower right side of the map. And this is indeed Twisted Nettos for both players. We're going to see a very fast altar for eMaLfans. As you can see, that Archmage is almost out, and if we click over here, we can see that the Blade Master on its way out as well. This is a fairly standard altar barracks build from Fly. Fairly standard, and of course going fairly standard fast hero on this map is not all that uncommon either, simply because it'll allow you to get this Goblin Lavatory Crypta, I think with 9 militia, if I'm not mistaken. That might not be the number, but we can see how many that is. That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 militia, so I was off a little bit there. But here we're going to see it looks like Fly will get the scout off with this scout peon, trying to do a little bit of blocking on these. Of course, that'll definitely make a big difference, as you can see, with 3 of these militia taking their time to get down there. Quite a block from Fly. Normally the blocks aren't nearly that effective, but indeed that was really nice, actually. And he actually even has his peon blocking now that he comes in here to try to stop this round on the rock golem, doing quite a bit of damage just with that peon right there. And will he be able to get the steal on the experience? He's going to try, but no, not going to be able to do so. And we're going to see a militia going down. That is a direct result of this peon's blocking. Really nice. And we do have that Blade Master as well as the Grunt just booking it over here, trying to get some more of these peasants down. And we're going to definitely see at least one of these drop, maybe both of these. As you can see, we see a really nice micro in from that Blade Master, and going to see one of them, yes indeed. Perhaps the second one. Nope, the second one going to get into the safety of the base just in the nick of time. So that is indeed, I believe, 2 peasants to drop right there. I believe he got experience for one of them. One of them died to the creep. And as you can see, the Archmage was actually not even able to finish the creep off right there. So very nice, very, very nice done by Fly. And that's just the power that you can see how strong, just positioning a peon in the right place can be. We do have a scout footman over here trying to hit some damage onto this shop, and we do see there's a peon that was actually taking some damage from this footman as well, I think. We're going to see that it looks like this is eMaLfans trying to creep out this green. Going to have the experience stolen by the Blade Master. Going to have the experience stolen by the Blade Master, yes indeed. And that Grunt and Blade Master now just trying to do as much havoc as possible. We're going to see that Archmage immediately coming up to the shop tavern area. Yeah, the tavern area in the middle of the map, in the middle of all this water. And now coming over here to the left shop. And he could go ahead and buy a Boots of Speed, I think. Not quite yet. It needs to spawn at 1900, I believe. Very, very close. And now he can buy the boots if he wants to, if he has enough money. Does he have enough money? That's the question. He does have enough money. You could buy boots, and you could also buy a staff of teleportation should he want to. I think that should also be spawned at this point. And there it is, staff of teleportation. Where is he TPing to? Over here to this part of the map, to the left side, or I'm sorry, to the right side of the map. We do see a Fly actually creeping out this null camp right here. That is the natural null camp for eMaLfans. And you're going to go ahead and see Fly pick up a Gloves of Haste, a very nice item. Running that Grunt away very low on HP itself. We do have a Grunt over here that has been able to scout out that eMaLfans is trying to take his natural expansion right now. I guess this is not his natural expansion, but it is the protected camp. It's the expansion to the right of his base. And it looks like Fly actually coming in here. That Blade Master kind of low on HP, but it does have enough mana for another Windwalk. You go ahead and steal one of those Ogre Warriors, Tome of Agility going to eMaLfans. Who will get, will he kill? Yes, he kills the, picks off one of those water elementals with the Blade Master. Now there are 6 peasants right here on no longer militia form. I was going to see one of them go down to those 2 grunts, and we do have, of course, still enough mana on this Blade Master. The Blade Master not able to really do too much attacking because he's very low on HP. You're going to get dusted, and as he takes a couple more hits in from this Archmage, going to be forced to run away. One more hit on him, down to 70 HP. Getting another hit on him as he runs away, 48 HP. There is Boots of Speed on this Archmage. However, the Archmage is not going to actually try to chase any farther. He still has these grunts over here. He has to deal with these grunts. Of course, we do see some towers going up there. Still a creep camp, or creep left. You will actually go ahead and decide to aggro on peasants. That's what you will do. All creeps will do that while peasants are building, and we're actually going to see one of those peasants going down. Maybe he let that happen so that Grunt didn't actually get the experience for killing it. That would be a very good idea if he did do that, indeed. We're going to see one of those peasants ducking into the gold mine to try to avoid taking damage from this grunt. We're going to see one of these peasants is going to go down. Indeed, down it goes to this grunt. Perhaps even a second one going to go down. Yes, indeed, this grunt right here just doing a ton of damage. This still is not a surround. I'm not sure what eMaLfans is doing right there. And that grunt's actually going to be able to walk out of the base, out of that fight right there. Quite unfortunate. I guess he was too busy microing his Archmage over here, trying to pick off one of these grunts, which he will be able to do so indeed. And it looks like now there's a grunt and a Blade Master now back on their way over here. They both have healing salves being used. We just see one arcing tower and a guard tower on its way up. We do have some militia as well as a footman right here trying to take out this grunt. This grunt could go down to this Archmage. Indeed, it probably will, unless it actually it ducks down towards the human's base, which isn't where eMaLfans was expecting it to run, I think, with that Archmage, or at least it didn't look like it. And now he's actually going to get away from that, no problem. And we do have that guard tower as well as that arcing tower being completed, and one of these peasants is going to be picked off by this Blade Master. This Blade Master no longer has enough mana to windwalk, but he's going to right-click on that Town Hall, going to be able to kill the Town Hall and get out of there. He was slightly blocked, but killing that Town Hall will allow him to get out and escape, no problem. We do see this Archmage trying to pick off one of these grunts. It's very low on HP. It's going to take maybe 3 more hits, I think. We're going to see if he can do so. He should be able to do so. 1 hit, 2 hit. Will that be enough? Nope. 3 hits indeed. And the experience going to the Archmage. Going to pick level 3 up now. Very nicely down. We're going to see one of these footmen going down. We're going to see that Blade Master very close to level 3 as well, doing really a lot of damage and a healing salve on him as he runs away. It sounds like the Shadow Hunter is up. Yes, at this point, the Shadow Hunter has just spawned. Scroll of Speed, healing salve, and a Clarity Potion. We do see double bestiary once again from Fly. So very interesting strategy again to be doing. And now we're going to see eMaLfans coming perhaps directly into Fly's base. It could be a possibility. We're going to see defend on the way. We're seeing some towers going up inside of eMaLfans' main base, as well as this expansion being built with power built by those peasants, which is of course what we expect to see right there. And of course, we're going to see one of these footmen being hexed. It's going to take damage from both of those 2 grunts that are chasing it. We're going to see one of these footmen being hit by the Blade Master. Going to get level 3 to the Blade Master. Another footman being hexed. Will we see the last footman being ensnared? Yes, we will. So we're going to see all of these footmen being picked off. But we do, of course, see a burrow going down. And the Archmage is in here in the Fly's base with 2 water elementals. And he's about to be able to get a 3rd one up. And his Archmage that is level 3 trying to pick off these orc burrows while his footmen are being slaughtered. Very interesting diversion strategy right there. Of course, feeding experience to Fly's heroes, not really your best choice, but he's going to be able to summon that 3rd Blade Master, 3rd Water Elemental. Will he be able to get that away from the TP in time? No, he will not. He's going to get 1 attack off on that burrow. However, with just 2 Water Elementals, he will not be able to actually take down this 3rd burrow. There will be some experience gained for Fly, but he's gone for the wrong Water Elemental, it looks like. Yeah, I would say probably so, but maybe not. I mean, he probably wouldn't have killed that 2nd one with the timed life, but either way, I'm not sure. I think he got the experience. He did. Yes, he did. Of course, he got the experience for one of them. One of them just disappeared, ran out of time, and of course, that doesn't give experience. So there you have that. Over here, we're going to see that Archmage really taking an odd path around the map. He has 2 boots of speed at this point. I think he probably picked one up from this creep camp over here. That's probably what happened. And he can always pass that over, one of those over to his Mountain King, and perhaps even one of those over to his Paladin should he get to a 3rd hero. If he goes for a Paladin as his 3rd hero, I certainly would expect him to do so. About Mountain King 2nd, Paladin 3rd, generally what you see. We're going to see a very long tier 1 being taken by eMaLfans. Of course, he did take a lot of damage, sustaining so much of his peasant count being lost. It looks like that's actually going to be 6 or 7 peons right here on this gold mine, or peasants on this gold mine at eMaLfans expansion, which is a little bit odd, a little hard to tell, but let's see. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like, yes, 6 indeed. A little bit odd, like I said. But anyway, we're going to see it now with 5 peasants, 5 militia, and the water elemental as well as the Archmage coming over here to finish off this Goblin Laboratory that he was unable to finish earlier, just getting the rest of that experience if he can. And Fly, really smart with that Blade Master coming in here and guessing right that this is where eMaLfans was going to be, and indeed he's going to be able to start doing some havoc. We're going to see eMaLfans picking up a Goblin Zeppelin and running those militia back away at this point, while that Blade Master tries to focus down and pick off of this water elemental. He should be able to kill that if he wants to. However, it looks like he's decided to back off and try to take out the Forest Troll High Priest right there. And we're going to see a Goblin Shedder being picked up by eMaLfans, and Keep, of course, on its way, almost halfway upgraded at this point. And perhaps an expansion. Yes, an expansion coming up from Fly. So this time we're going to see kind of similar to the last game. It looks like lots of raiders. I'm sure he has pillage at this point. And, oh, sorry. Bit of an on there, but we have another peasant in this the peon line. But the big difference here is that this map isn't a map where there's only one natural gold mine for each player.
A town is under siege.
Which means that it's going to be really difficult for eMaLfans to continuously deny expansions to Fly. And as you can see, he just got a reveal off right here, so he knows it's there. Sending that Archmage on its way. There is a Goblin Zeppelin coming as well. The Archmage is invisible once again. And was this from a priest? Or I'm sorry, from a sorceress? No, not at all. Of course, that makes no sense. He's not tier 2, so he can't have Arcane Sanctums, and he cannot have priests, and he certainly cannot have the invisibility researcher. That was indeed from a potion from a shop. Now he's coming in here and going to try to take this down. He could potentially do so. I think he has enough time actually to kill it because he can, you know, with one more water elemental, he should be able to do it. But that's going to be the question: will he be able to? It looks like it's going to go down, but maybe not. We're going to see a hex on that Archmage, and the Archmage being picked up into the Zeppelin. You can't actually pick it up in the Zeppelin while it's hexed, as we saw. It was actually red in there, which indicates that it was still in hex. We're going to see him coming over here this way and summoning one more water elemental. He could very easily stop this expansion. It looks like he's going to be able to do that. Very nice. Going to cancel the expansion right before it finishes. That has to suck for Fly, but immediately beginning to rebuild it, saying, you know what, I know that and all that, but I need to... Oh! And the Archmage goes down. There was a bat that actually killed the Zeppelin over trees and unpassable cliffs, which means you cannot land your Archmage, and down it goes. Any units of Zeppelin that is in that sort of a situation instantly die. Feeding experience over here to the heroes for Fly, so that was an incredibly nice move by Fly, and down goes that Archmage, which... You know, I'm sure Fly was not happy about having his expansion canceled at the last second, but I feel like he's probably smiling right now for getting that Goblin Zeppelin killed like that. That's not very common that you get to do that, and that's just one of those little moments where it's like, you Zeppelin bastard. But yeah, so that's essentially what happened, I guess. Probably, I'm guessing here. But anyway, so yeah. eMaLfans is tier 2. There is the Mountain King out. He is not in the greatest position right here. This Mountain King going to be attacked, going to get ensnared. He can't actually get inside of his base, but he can kind of tank a little bit here with these towers. But he's going to go down. There's really no way for him to not. We do see that mountain, the castle about to go down. But oh, and a nice, the Mountain King actually going to pick off the Blade Master. Oh, and that Zeppelin almost getting there in time to get that Mountain King. However, he would have had to not been ensnared. And now that the Goblin Zeppelin is also ensnared, that's going to be a pretty big issue, and he could kill that Goblin Zeppelin. And of course, if the Mountain King had been picked up in the Goblin Zeppelin and the Goblin Zeppelin was ensnared, then we probably would have seen the Mountain King being picked off anyway. But, you know, it was a nice try from eMaLfans, certainly. A very nice try from eMaLfans. Oh, and so yeah, we're going to see it looks like that Great Hall on its way up. That expansion going to go up, no problem. And this Altar of Kings getting the Archmage back out, hard reviving it, not going through the tavern, and now making some Griffin Averys over here. He could go for straight Griffins. That would be a pretty good situation to be in. We're going to see 2 Goblin Sappers being bought from eMaLfans. He could run them over here. I believe 2 Sappers is enough to take out an expansion. I'm not sure. It might be 3. I think it's Elf expansions that it's only 2. And I think that's only before their armor upgrade. So actually, I think he does need 3 to take this one out. And so 2 is a nice amount, and especially if he TPs his Archmage over to them, and you could definitely take it out with 2 Sappers as well as a nice play from the Archmage. Now we do see the Archmage actually being bought back from the tavern, so it was canceled here, and the Mountain King actually going to be hard revived right there, no problem. And we're going to see once again the invisibility potion being bought from this shop, and this is going to allow him to scout this area out and safely get these Sapers over here. Should he be able to scout this army, right here? If he runs those Sapers down this way, he'll have a problem with that, but if he runs them around and up and hugging this tree line in the wall, he may very well be able to do this. That would be really nice. Gonna run over here and buy, if he buys one more Sapper from this Goblin, this laboratory right here, and then he actually harasses this base with his Archmage, he should be able to get out. And it looks like that is going to get ensnared, but it's not going to have too much problem. These 2 guys are going to go back to being asleep. And so once those ensnares wear off, you can actually safely get all of these guys up here. And he needs to hide them maybe right here, but then run them all in one by one, blowing up, and that will kill the hall, assuming that there isn't a bunch of repair going off. If he uses this Archmage properly, he really needs to wait for all of these Sappers to get here. Yes, indeed, here they come in. Yes, he's going to use that Archmage quite nice. Just be able to do a lot of damage to these guys. As you can see, they're immediately going to go ahead and start repairing, but it's not going to be enough. Needed more repair faster, and just now he's going to be able to start picking these units off. Fly probably not happy about that, losing that expansion. He's thinking, you know what, this is a bigger map. I should not be getting my expansion consistently denied on this map, but it's going to happen now. Of course, that was fairly expensive move by eMaLfans. Buying 3 Goblin Sappers is a pretty expensive thing to do, but he is going to be able to take down perhaps one more peon. Doesn't look like it. No, it's not going to go down. So that our water elemental going down first, and going to give some experience to that Blade Master. Of course, we do see there are 3 peons left. Not too bad. That Shadow Hunter almost level 5 now. As you can see, it's halfway through level 4. Level 4 on that Blade Master. Level 3, halfway through level 3 on the Archmage, and level 1 still on the Mountain King. Griffins are out, and of course, we're going to be seeing the armor upgraded Griffins. That is the strategy, indeed, that we're going to see. That's the fairly common Orc strategy. Actually, an Alchemist being picked up as the 3rd hero by Fly. Not a bad choice. The Alchemist does provide something very nice, which is... I'm trying to think of the name of it. I think it's Acid Spray, and it reduces armor of whatever units it's affected by, as you can see right here. Very nice ability to have, and Acid Spray just really helps deal with the fact that these Griffin Riders have additionally upgraded armor. It also gives a lot of damage, as you can see. -3, I think it's -4 armor from that Acid Spray. That Archmage actually going to go down to a Hexen and Snare. I was kind of surprised, but with that -4 armor, that's so much armor to lose. And we're going to see this Paladin go down as well. And we do have an Orb of Lightning on the Blade Master, so this is really unfortunate for eMaLfans. He's actually going to go ahead and Tavern Revive his hero, his Archmage right there, and now we're going to see Blade Master coming right back in, trying to get this off, trying to force the Teleport Scroll, maybe kill the hero if you can. Going to go ahead and use an Invoke Potion instead of healing the Town Scroll, Town Portal. And now he runs away. The question is, will he still going to have to teleport? No, he's going to get staffed out. Never mind. I take that back. But this time we're going to see, it looks like by not doing that, he's actually going to lose a Griffin Rider. He would have been better off just town portaling out of that, honestly, because now you're going to lose the Griffin Rider plus the Potion of Invulnerability, and that is a lot of gold, about the same, but you're also feeding a little bit of experience. We actually have some wards on the map from Fly with the Witch Doctors. He actually has some Witch Doctors out at this point. I'm not sure where it went. I saw it. Here it is. Witch Doctor. Not going to be doing the Lordock strategy, just going to be using a Witch Doctor here and there for wards. And indeed, this is going to be a Paladin getting surrounded. Now the Paladin is going to go down. This is really falling apart for eMaLfans. It's just kind of getting picked off at every corner. Level 5 being picked up by the Shadow Hunter. Nicely done. We're going to see this is indeed a Fortress build from Fly. Of course, he does have his tier 3, which is how he had the 3rd hero. I'm not really sure what else he's doing on this map, but it looks like that expansion is going to be able to stay alive this time around. We're going to see that Witch Doctor running through and aggroing these creeps. Probably not intentional. Sometimes it happens if you don't quite have your waypoints set correctly. Now, we do see that Blade Master coming here to try to steal this experience, and it could very easily steal the experience as well as the item. Goes ahead and does both. Gets the Ring of Protection +4, or Ring of Protection +4, and now really this is going to be difficult for eMaLfans. Of course, now the thing is he does have these Griffin Riders, and the Griffin Riders are fully upgraded for armor-wise, and that's the important part. For a long time, this was the de facto strategy that humans used against Orc players, was just to get massive amounts of fully upgraded armor-wise Griffin Riders and to go with a Mountain King. A lot of times we saw the Mountain King first, but essentially this is the strategy, and he needs to get a high food count. He's at 62 out of 78. His opponent, however, is at 50 out of 80. He needs to have much more than that. He needs to be at least 80 out of 100, and really getting up to 100 food would be ideal for eMaLfans in this situation, because he's going to have to deal with the fact that there's going to be a ton of damage coming in from Fly, but also we see that Fly does have buys a tiny Great Hall. He's actually going to put up a second expansion. Now, as you can see, this gold mine here is about to run out. It's only got 1,200 gold left, and that's going to be about the same thing over here for eMaLfans. So if eMaLfans also does not put up an expansion, looks like he's trying to. I'm not sure what he was doing right there. I think he might have queued those up, thinking that Fly would have finished this off, and then not having checked that. And it looks like once he started to build those, and yeah, those creeps just, Fly said, I'm not going to creep that. And it might have been, of course, Fly could have crept that, but it might have been that he didn't creep that out because he didn't want it to be something that eMaLfans could expand at. And that's not, that is definitely something that's possible. Of course, Fly is going to get his Witch Doctor actually caught here by an ensnare, and it's going to go down. Did he get a ward off? Let's just take a quick vision look from Fly's vision. Here's a ward. There's a ward. You can see what's going on over here. Ward right here, so you can see if there's any expansion attempt up here. Also a ward right here. You can see all expansion attempts right there. Ward right here, so you can see the middle of the map. This Witch Doctor really providing tons of vision. Really helpful to have, and of course, whenever that's the case, it's always good. Now, there are going to be a bunch of towers going up right here. eMaLfans needs to get a second expansion up because in order to play this strategy, he is really dealing with the fact that he has fully upgraded Griffin Riders, and that's because they're bats here. And the idea is to make the Bat Riders really cost inefficient to try to kill them. But it's not going to matter if they're cost inefficient if Fly has 2 gold mines and eMaLfans only has 1, especially because eMaLfans is currently behind in terms of experience, which is a big deal. But we're going to see, it looks like instead of going a pure Griffin Knight army, we're going to see a Griffin Knight army, which is a little bit of an interesting twist on the strategy. Normally you just see a bunch of Griffin Riders, but we're going to see some more of these Griffin Riders on their way out. Maybe there's only a couple of Knights just to help soak up the damage that's going to be done by this Blade Master. That's a possibility. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but really, it's not going to matter too much with this Alchemist now at level 3. The big deal here really is even that he has all that armor, it's going to lose so much of that armor on these Griffin Riders. Let's just look. 6, he's going to be able to bring those down to 2 armor Griffins. And that's just really going to make it hard. It's going to make it really hard for eMaLfans to keep them alive. Spreading them out, of course, is really nice. You can see he spreads them out here, even while he's creeping, because he knows that if a Bat Rider comes in here and they're all stacked up, then he's really in trouble. He doesn't want that to happen. He always has to be concerned about the possibility of that Blade Master. Here comes 3 of these Bat Riders. He needs to get these spread out. As you can see, he starts just running them around in just erratic ways, trying to make sure that they don't take too much damage from a Bat Explosion. There are 3 right there in the middle. Those are going to be the targets. You can see 2 of those Bat Riders actually going off. There's the Alchemist's poison thing that reduces your armor, and now we're going to see it looks like another one of those Bat Riders just going to go ahead and take out lots of those Griffins right there, and all those Griffins pretty much being taken out. You can see just 1 Griffin Rider left. Those Bat Riders came in and just did damage and work. Here we see another Bat Rider. It could be used to pick this one off. Probably won't be. There are 2 Bat Riders right there, but you might go ahead and do so because it's really low on HP right now, and we're going to see that something went down, and it looks like that Spirit Walker is just going to go ahead and revive itself. Or not itself, but another Spirit Walker revive it. Those are Master Spirit Walkers. We're going to see a Hex on the Archmage, as well as some damage going off, and that Acid Spawn just going to be able to do a lot of damage. Force that Archmage to go down and die while it's in Hex, which is really unfortunate. And now we're going to see this Raider taking some damage as well, but it looks like Fly is going to win this match right here really convincingly at this point. That Paladin is going to go down to a Hex. It looks like, most likely, yes indeed. Taking quite a bit of damage. Actually going to get staffed out at 21 HP. Nice move by the Mount King. I forgot he had a staff on that. I'm not sure why he's still trying to fight this though. The Mount King is now going to go down, and he's going to go ahead and call a good game, well played. That's game 3, which means Fly advances to the next round. So that is indeed the finals, and that's what I'm going to cast next, is the finals between Fly and Hawk. So don't miss those, and they'll be up on the channel slightly later. But if you missed game 2, you can always click right there, and that's game 3. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And again, once again, really sorry about the delays. Really sorry about the delays. They really suck. But again, completely out of my control, and hopefully I'll be able to make that up to you guys over the next week or so. But we'll see if I have the time. Hopefully I will, but I might not. But hopefully I will. And so yeah, I'll see you guys there. Hopefully next time in the finals.